Hey there, kids. It's me, your sleep paralysis demon, Skrillex but worse.
Yes, it is I, the one of the soup, and I bring to you yet again one of life's many horrors. Now, the analog horror / ARG we're going to be talking about today is called Greenveil County, and it was actually recommended to me by a viewer via email, so thank you kindly. This is also the best way to send me suggestions, by the way. Also Instagram. And as of recording this video, the channel stands at just 10 subscribers. Oh, that's no good. Well, hopefully this video changes that, and I am going to waste absolutely no time. Let's dive straight into Greenveil County, and let's see what the fuck the police department is doing. I don't know what they're doing, guys. They could be doing anything. Now, the first video on the channel is simply titled Case Number 8. So already we can actually learn a lot based on the title alone. That being, of course, that this is not the first time a person has gone missing. It's the 8th. Oh my gosh, look, guys. Do you see it? Someone's watching us watch them. Ew! After a picture of, I don't know, some guy is shown to us for several uncomfortable seconds, the aforementioned face appears again right around 27 seconds. But now he's all up in our mug. Hey, back up, bro. I can smell your breath. Ugh. Now, after a brief period of silence, the footage returns. This time we're staring at an old box TV placed on the floor in someone's home. And someone, presumably the man that we saw earlier on the missing persons poster, can be heard speaking.
There's the tall man in the corner. He seems to be sad. I hope you come home soon. He keeps on telling me all the pain will go away if I just leave with him. And I'll see you.
Alright, there's a few things that we can gather from that clip. So first off, he wants someone to come home very bad, but he never mentions a name. He says that he was visited by an entity known as the Tall Man, a man that seems very sad, and at this point, a silhouette flashes on the TV screen. And number 3, the Tall Man convinces him to come with him, promising that he'll see his deceased daughter again. Keep that information in your brains, people. Do it. Because I'm watching you. Now, this is the point in the video where it is confirmed that the picture of the man is indeed a missing persons poster, but if you watched McKinney family home videos at all, you already saw this freight train coming. Interestingly, some of the information on this poster seems to be classified, which does indicate that rather than investigating a disappearance, the police department could be looking into a kidnapping and a potential ceasing to exist. God damn it. I hate having to censor things with these stupid ass words. Jesus Christ. Anyways, from what we can make out, the words on the poster are as follows. Last seen on the 18th of December. Last seen at redacted at the time of 6:05 a.m. If you have any info, redacted, or seen the whereabouts of this young man, please contact the police immediately with a censored phone number. Now, at the same time that this poster is shown, a cacophony of Morse code attempts to serenade our ears. Looks like I have work to do. Before I give you guys my interpretation, or I don't know what little I was able to gather because I suck at translating Morse code, I'm gonna play this out for those of you that want to try taking their own crack at it. I'm gonna be completely honest, I only figured out like the first few phrases and I don't even know if they're right. So take this with a grain of salt, but what I was able to get was TD, it's me again. Is this man from photo trying to communicate through computer? Could it be? You'll also notice funny little man without a single good intention flashes on the screen, and at 2 minutes 47 seconds, the repeated words, "Who are you?" are scattered all over the screen. So this question could potentially be directed at us, the viewer. The scene that immediately follows shows a man filming the outside of a drainage pipe, but he seems to react to something off camera and abruptly turns away, shutting off the footage. And like clockwork, another thing flashes on the screen, causing me to have to pause the video again. By the way, guys, I'm sorry again for the camera quality. I lost everything in the great event, the Great War. I'm not going to elaborate on what happened, but I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get you. When brightened up, it's just various phrases taken from the missing person's photos scattered about aimlessly. And if you look closely, you can see eyes in the bottom right corner, which quickly move to the upper left corner of the screen. The eyes draw closer, this time with tears, and the following sentence appears below. "I just wanted our daughter back. I just wanted to say to her how proud I am of her. Goodbye, Matthew." God, Christ, oh my God. Why does every video on my channel have to be about something abominable happening to children? After we are banished to the shadow realm and forced to listen to the screams of the damned, I completely fell out of my chair and started foaming at the mouth when this scene played out, okay? And I don't know if you guys are ready for this or not. I guess I'll just show you. In all seriousness, though, this is a really effective picture, might I add. Good job. I'm proud of you. Now, at 3 minutes 50 seconds, the following phrase flashes on the screen. "Follow, little lamb," or "come hither." I forget what the said. So yeah, poster guy is dead. He's just dead. After that appetizer, we get a little bit of a palate cleanser. Just a picture of me experiencing the full range of despair, hopelessness, and everything that makes a court jester go mad. I can't take it anymore. I feel like I'm worthless. I just want it all to end. Welcome to the club, shawty. Okay, now this is when it's gonna get really scary. Like, for real, no cap, okay? I'm gonna play this out now. Get your britches ready.
Father?
You know, we're all a little crazy down here. Now, at this point, an audio recording plays out here, and it's pretty muffled, so I am going to put extra subtitles on the screen since they're going to be easier to read.
Father, please don't leave me. Father. Father, why are you taking me to the forest? Why can't I go to the village and meet the people? I want to know what is really happening in this rehabilitation. This place. Why does it feel so wrong to be even here? My son, for I am a man of God. You will understand. For God has reached down and laid thou hands onto us. We do not expect much from you or from anyone, but embrace and let go of everything you once had. For now is a new dawn, a new era in your life. This is your home, so stay.
After being plunged into darkness once more and forced to listen to elevator music, another obscured image rises from the cloud of black mold spores, revealing itself to be fingerprints. Greenveil County! Where good things are coming. Hey, chill out, bro. Relax. Here, just take another Benadryl and Stare at the unholy geometry until it gives you psychosis. And you guessed it, more Morse code appears at the end of the video. Appears. Why am I... No, it doesn't hear you. You can hear... I don't care, okay? Anyways, this is at most what I was able to gather. Wake up! Wake up! That's it. That's literally it. I got nothing, bro. Either the code is messed up or I am just a stupid dum-dum. I'm going with the latter. The second upload to the channel is simply titled Case Number 6, implying that what we're about to see, I don't know, it might pertain to the sixth person that went missing. Dare I say it? I don't know, just saying. It begins with an anonymous individual filming themselves in the mirror as the door behind them slowly opens. Based on their body language, they seem strangely calm, almost like they know who's opening the door and expected their arrival. Now, a lot happens here, but to summarize, based on my understanding, it seems to indicate that the person shown in the video is in a state of extreme emotional or psychological distress. And at this point, the individual was either fighting to get away from the entity or reaching out towards the mirror. I'm actually going to play out a slowed down version of that clip here. The description of the video contains more Morse code, and this is what I believe it translates to. It found me. The third upload, startlingly titled Case Number 39, Jesus Christ. The gift shows us a grainy photo of a wrapped up present within the first few seconds. After that, in the background behind the TV static, there seems to be a letter addressed to someone whose name starts with the letter C. I couldn't make out the rest though. I mean, it could be Christine, it could be Charlie, maybe Con. God damn it. God damn it. Please don't do this to me. Please, it doesn't have to go there. Not every video on my channel has to be about this. It doesn't have to happen. Stop! Adult juice, adult. Man, that's a pretty good one. I'm gonna. Okay, massive trigger warning in this clip because it goes in the exact direction that you think it's going in, okay? So if you guys want to skip it, I am gonna leave a timestamp on the screen here.
Don't worry, Papa's here. Just go back to sleep. It's okay. I promise I'll be gentle this time.
Yeah, I don't really want to discuss that one, so let's move on. Papa was mad at me. I told him I didn't do that. Papa yelled more. I ran to my room and cried time away. Now some silly little noises play out during this part, so I'm gonna let that play out here because if I had to suffer, so will you.
Papa, don't come in my room tonight, please. I don't like it, and it's wrong that you're doing this to me. I hate waking up and seeing you standing there.
Tall man come and took little boy away, called him short son, made him his son, and made him apple pie and treats and goodies, and then he chopped the dad's head off with his big hands, and then he angrily pisses directly in his ear hole. I'm going to pretend that that is what happened so that I don't have another mental breakdown. In the fourth and most recent video, aptly titled Case Number 46, has no audio and doesn't provide us with much more information, only recurring imagery. It starts with an image of an old antenna-style TV with some sort of rift forming inside it. For a split second, the footage glitches out, and hiding behind the static is a single frame. The next frame shows us a hand placed on the glass behind a TV screen, then fades out of view. After a few abstract things grace our eyeballs, we are introduced to the great arachnid. Peace and blessings be upon him. The last scene worth noting is footage of a deer with its face sensor. Oops, just kidding! And that concludes our frolic through the daisies with Greenveil County. Now let's figure out what the is going on. Greenveil County it's a nation filled with mystery and fear and loss and tall men. What the is this intro? Now let's circle back to episode 1, shall we? Case number 8. Now already we can start to gather a wealth of information just through this video alone, and it's also the longest video on the channel. We learn that an unnamed man who recently lost his daughter descends into a depression so severe that somehow the tall man was able to connect with him at his weakest moment, and I guess he manipulated him into following him into the woods or something. I don't know. But who is Tall Man and where he come from? Florida. To answer the last part of that question. In addition to that, he just wants an unnamed individual to come home, and Tall Man says to him, hey, if you come with me, I'll let you see your daughter again. So we can put 2 and 2 together and figure it out that, the person that he wants to come home is his daughter. Now, another thing here that I noted is that there's a lot of imagery involving TVs, as well as what I assume to be the tall man's visage just manifesting in the static. So at this point, that further strengthens my theory that the TVs act as a portal or a mirror into the afterlife. Through this succession of events, it is revealed to us that the man from the missing persons poster is dead. Do I really need to explain why? And I have a hunch, just a little tickle in the back of my brain that I think I might know who is responsible for his daughter's disappearance. Maybe a tall man, perhaps. Circling back to the lamb situation, this is really heavy on the religious iconography, if you will, or the religious and biblical references that are frequently made throughout the series. Now, further down the road, there seems to be another character shown in a state of emotional disrepair. A phrase appears on the screen during this portion, essentially describing how they want it all to end, and I think we both know what that's implying, which in my opinion shows a brief succession of events taking place here. Step 1, the tall man manifests in people's homes or vicinity when they are at their weakest moments more specifically where they're about to end it all, and he convinces them to go through with it. He basically pushes them over the edge because this is his way of harvesting souls and yeah, he's lonely too. That doesn't help much, does it? The recurring theme of self-destructive ideation is no coincidence. It is, in fact, a constantly repeated pattern throughout the series, as I'm sure you all have noticed. And actually, I just remembered, I want to circle back to 3 minutes and 57 seconds of the case number 8 video, specifically the portion where the father leads his son into the woods, right? The son asks really disturbing questions like, why can't I go to the beach? Why are you taking me to the forest? And something about being at a rehabilitation center and him sensing that something is off, something feels wrong. And then in response, the father gives a stupid ass religious speech about how a deity reached its hands out from the heavens, open arms, if you will, and that I guess his son needs to be grateful. He needs to give grace and remain for the new era. If this guy were a salesman, he wouldn't be a good that's a bad sales pitch, okay? Now I want to pause for a moment and talk a little bit more about the tall man's origins. While there isn't much scholarly information that I was able to find, the tall man is an entity from Lakota folklore and is often referred to as the spirit of self-induced mortality. I'm so sorry again. The only scholarly article I was able to find referencing the legend comes from the University of Chicago, which unfortunately, again, doesn't go into much detail, but it does confirm the entity's connection with self-induced, no longer living. It hurts. It hurts. Based on what I gathered from the article, this entity seems to originate from Pine Ridge, which is an Oglala Lakota reservation located somewhere in northwestern Nebraska. I'm so sorry if I'm not pronouncing that correctly, by the way. Due to increasing visibility towards the high rates of youth on the reservation intentionally passing, the entity at some point adopted the name Walking Sam. And at some point, he turned into a malevolent spirit that appears during the event of someone's self-induced mortality. And it still maintained its heavy connection with the woods. Again, I know I'm saying this ad nauseum. I'm so sorry. I have to word things weird. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find much information regarding Walking Sam's origins, but from what I can gather, this legend seems to be passed around orally for the most part. Oh, also, if any of you guys have first-hand information about this legend, maybe you are living in adjacent to where it originally comes from, then please, I would love to hear your words on it. Please, your contribution matters. It matters. Oh, another little side note, Slender Man is also largely believed to originate from this legend, which I didn't know about, and it was genuinely very interesting. Now, in case number 39, The Gift, there was a horrifying scene laid out between a kid and their dad, I guess. I don't know. I don't really feel like calling him dad. It just feels inappropriate here. So from here on out, I am going to refer to him as Piss Man. In all seriousness, though, I do apologize for not really doing a deep analysis on that part. It is admittedly a subject that is difficult for me to talk about in detail. And while it's still very early on in the series, I am hopeful that the creator will continue to touch on these subjects and bring awareness to them potentially, and again, in a tasteful way. Preferably, I am hopeful, I am optimistic, I have faith. Okay, one final thing that I want to note from the video is the mentioning of the child's mother hanging. I'm not sure if this was intentional or not, but back in Nazi Germany, this is something that they would do. They would publicly hang people fighting in the resistance. While, again, this is not confirmed or denied, Piss Man potentially being a Nazi, I mean, that's not something I would put past that mother. Now, case number 6 seems to further validate the correlation with mental distress and a very specific form of ideation. And the person filming here is standing in front of a dilapidated sink, which to me hints at the fact that they were attempting to pass away from wrist mutilation. What stood out to me the most here, however, is that the individual's face was censored, very strategically, no less. This seems to not only confirm the police's or Secret Service, if you will, being involved in this case, but it also hints at the possibility of corruption and potentially a cover-up. Yet another thing that would not surprise me. Also in this video, there's a frame shown in the very beginning that seems to depict various trapped souls attempting to escape. In my opinion, this is just confirmation of the fact that TVs and potentially other electronics as well, they're acting as a portal, a window into the afterlife, if you will. The strangest and creepiest part of this video, in my opinion, is the part with the deer. At first, its face is censored, but when the censorship is removed, it's revealed that the deer is staring directly at us. So this could either mean A, the tall man has the ability to shapeshift and possess other animals. B, this could mean that there is another entity inhabiting Greenveil County, more specifically the skinwalker from Navajo folklore. Whether or not it's inappropriate for them to incorporate legends from indigenous American folklore, that really isn't my place to say, as I am not a part of that community, and I would much rather let them voice their opinions on that. I also really enjoyed getting to educate myself on lesser known entities from indigenous American folklore, and it saddens me so much that, especially in the case of the tall man, it seems that a lot of the information has been snuffed out. Okay, I'm really sorry for rambling this much. See, my brain is a tire. It's a tire, and it keeps rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling. Thank you so much for watching this video in its entirety. God, I don't know how you can do it. How the can you sit there for like, I don't know, 30-something minutes while I put on this bizarre performance? I mean, like, what am I? Why am I even here? As always, thank you guys again so much for watching, and until next time, I shall return to the abyss.